Hello everyone and welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. ParaSwap launches its PSP token airdrop, MetaMask works with Ledger to fix Chromium connectivity issues, Uniswap adds support for single basis point liquidity pools, and Argent releases its first StarkNet browser wallet. All this and more from ETH Daily starts right now. Decentralized exchange aggregator ParaSwap has announced the launch of its native PSP token. The token distribution includes a 7.5% airdrop allocation, which equates to 150 million tokens out of the token supply of 2 billion. ParaSwap received the backlash after only 20,000 users out of 1.3 million wallets are eligible for the airdrop. That accounts for less than 2% of total wallets on the exchange. ParaSwap founder Munir Benkenmeld says the exchange implemented a heavy filtering process that filtered users who interacted multiple times over the last 6 months. The strict filtering aimed to exclude airdrop farmers, however, the process ended up excluding many active users. The snapshot for the airdrop was taken on October 8th, further weeding out recent airdrop farmers. The exchange was also criticized for its token distribution, in which more than double of the airdrop amount, or about 16.4%, is allocated to pre-seed and seed investors. 17.6% is allocated for core team members, of which there are only 12. 51% of tokens are allocated for the ecosystem. ParaSwap's PSP token is coined as a utility and governance token, as it can be used for staking in ParaSwap pools and for voting on governance proposals. MetaMask has partnered with Ledger to improve a known connectivity issue, which was caused by an update to Chromium-based browsers earlier this year. MetaMask had developed an interim solution that required bridging to the Ledger Live desktop application. However, users continue to struggle with the cumbersome process. MetaMask has now built a new Ledger integration on Chromium browsers known as WebHID. To activate the new connectivity option, users must update MetaMask to version 10.5.0 and also update their Ledger firmware. Once updated, users can switch from Ledger Live to WebHID on their MetaMask Advanced Settings page. The new integration removes the need for the Ledger Live desktop application and provides a smoother connectivity process. MetaMask says they will continue to work with Ledger on further design and user experience improvements. Uniswap has added support for liquidity pools with a liquidity provider fee of just 1 basis point, or 0.01%. The feature was added after a governance proposal for the functionality successfully passed. The protocol has already supported 5, 30, and 100 basis point fees. The idea behind the single basis point liquidity pools is to help Uniswap compete in stablecoin to stablecoin pairs. Curve and Dodo make up the majority of stablecoin liquidity pool markets. Dodo already supports liquidity pools with 1 basis point. The single basis point pools offer traders low slippage on stablecoin pairs. Large institutional holdings of Grayscale Ethereum Trust shares, also known as ETH, have risen 19% compared to the last quarter. Institutional investment firms with at least $100 million in assets under management reported an aggregate of $74.6 million in Grayscale Ethereum Trust holdings. ETH is an investment type that gives investors exposure to Ethereum in the form of a security. In the latest batch of SEC filings, 10 new firms disclosed that they had ETH in their portfolio. ARK Investment Management owns over 40% of all ETH shares, worth about $31 million. And lastly, wallet provider Argent has released its first StarkNet browser wallet, coined as Argent X. The wallet is currently available as a developer tool for developers to integrate into their decentralized applications. When StarkNet launches on the alpha version of its protocol, Argent will likely add support for StarkNet on its mobile wallet. Argent currently has a ZK Sync Layer 2 wallet in beta, which will soon be rolled out to all users. StarkNet is an Ethereum-based ZK rollup scaling solution developed by Starkware. Argent plans to publish the StarkNet browser extension to the Chrome web store. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories from ETH Daily. Please support this podcast by subscribing on ether.fm/listen, follow us on Twitter at ETH Daily, or subscribe to the newsletter at newsletter.ether.fm. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.